The study of angelology offers a captivating exploration into the realm of divine beings, enriched by a sense of mystery and spiritual companionship. In the traditional Christian hierarchy, angels are categorized into 3 spheres, each containing 3 types, culminating in the classic 9 choirs of angels. Seraphim. The Seraphim are truly among the most awe-inspiring beings in angelology, known as the Burning Ones, due to their fervent devotion and radiant presence. Their name derives from the Hebrew word saraph, meaning to burn. Notably, they are portrayed in Isaiah 6, where the prophet witnesses them encircling the throne of God. Biblical origins. In Isaiah's vision, the Seraphim are depicted as 6-winged celestial beings. 2 wings cover their faces, symbolizing profound reverence. 2 cover their feet, expressing deep humility. 2 are utilized for flight, indicating their service to God. They proclaim the Trisagion. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory. Isaiah 6, verse 3. A seraph purifies Isaiah by touching his lips with a burning coal, a powerful symbol of cleansing and readiness for divine mission. Role in Christian angelology. As the highest choir of angels, the Seraphim are closest to God. Their perpetual worship reflects the essence of divine love, purity, and illumination. Theologians such as Pseudo-Dionysius and Thomas Aquinas have emphasized their fiery nature and ceaseless praise as symbols of spiritual fervor. Jewish tradition. In Kabbalah, Seraphim reside in the realm of Bariah, creation, where their burning self-nullification draws them nearer to the divine. Maimonides places them in the 5th of 10 angelic ranks, underscoring their significant role in divine proximity and purification. Symbolism and imagery. Seraphim are occasionally associated with fiery serpents in ancient texts, merging the notion of divine fire with serpentine mystery. Artistic representations frequently illustrate them as radiant, red-winged beings, creating a striking contrast with the blue-winged cherubim. Within Christian mysticism, they epitomize a divine love that is so intense it consumes all impurity. Cherubim. The cherubim are recognized as some of the most enigmatic and symbolically rich beings in biblical tradition. Breaking away from the chubby baby angel stereotypes of Renaissance art, cherubim are powerful, multi-faced guardians of divine mysteries, frequently linked to God's throne, sacred spaces, and cosmic order. Biblical origins and appearances. The cherubim are first mentioned in Genesis 3:24, where they guard the entrance to Eden with a flaming sword, prohibiting access to the tree of life. Exodus 25:18-22 describes the placement of 2 golden cherubim atop the Ark of the Covenant, flanking the mercy seat where God's presence dwells. In the vivid accounts of Ezekiel 1 and 10, cherubim are presented with 4 faces: man, lion, ox, eagle, 4 wings, and a luminous, lightning-like movement. The sound of their wings resonates like the voice of God. Roles and symbolism. As guardians of sacred spaces, cherubim demarcate the boundary between the divine and mortal realms, such as Eden, the tabernacle, and the temple. In visions, they function as throne-bearers, supporting or encircling God's throne, symbolizing his divine authority and omnipresence. Some traditions posit that cherubim assist in recording human deeds in celestial archives, working alongside angels like Metatron. In Jewish mysticism, within Kabbalah, cherubim are associated with the realm of Bariah, creation, embodying divine wisdom and promoting spiritual transformation. Gabriel, often viewed as an archangel, is sometimes depicted as the leader of the cherubim in mystical literature. Imagery and misconceptions. The Renaissance brought forth the popularization of putti, baby-like figures often mistaken for cherubim. However, biblical cherubim are awe-inspiring hybrid creatures, rich in symbolic meaning. Their faces represent distinct aspects of creation. Man, the intellect and divine image; lion, embodiment of strength and kingship; ox, symbol of service and sacrifice; eagle, representation of vision and transcendence. The thrones stand out as one of the most enigmatic and symbolically profound angelic orders in Christian angelology. Occupying the first sphere alongside the seraphim and cherubim, the thrones embody the essence of divine justice, cosmic balance, and spiritual contemplation. Origins and biblical references. Thrones are referenced in Colossians 1:16, which proclaims, "For by him all things were created, whether thrones or dominions or principalities or powers." Ezekiel 1:15-21 presents a powerful vision of wheels within wheels, covered in eyes and ablaze with fire, an image many theologians interpret as the thrones or Ophanim, the living chariot of God. The apocryphal text 2 Enoch expands on their role in the seventh heaven, where they encircle God's throne singing eternal praises. Appearance and symbolism. The thrones are typically depicted as interlocking wheels filled with eyes, symbolizing omniscience, the all-seeing eyes, eternal motion, the dynamic wheels, divine order, the underlying geometry. Their form captures the sacred movement, transformation, and the architecture of creation itself. Role in the celestial hierarchy. Bearers of God's throne, they uphold and carry the divine seat, functioning as the living foundations of justice. Contemplative judges, they reflect on God's will and convey divine wisdom to the lower angelic orders. Cosmic architects, they play a vital role in translating divine vibrations into material structures, shaping sacred geometry and spiritual design. Wisdom and justice. The thrones are known for their intellectual clarity and emotional detachment, which empower them to render impartial judgments. They expertly balance mercy and justice, guiding both angels and humans in their understanding of divine law. Mystical and esoteric aspects. The thrones are powerfully associated with Saturn, representing discipline and karma, as well as with the fixed zodiac signs, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. Their energy is called upon for spiritual purification, karmic resolution, architectural inspiration, divine insight, and rebirth. While thrones may be less frequently depicted in art due to their abstract nature, their significance in mystical traditions is undeniable. They are not mere celestial beings, they are living embodiments of divine law, cosmic rhythm, and the sacred machinery of the universe. The dominions, also known as dominations or lordships, represent the fourth choir in the authoritative Christian angelic hierarchy. They reside within the second sphere, which governs the cosmos and ensures the seamless flow of divine will throughout creation. Though they may lack the visual drama of the seraphim or cherubim, dominions are crucial symbols of order, mercy, and spiritual authority. Biblical and historical roots. Dominions are clearly mentioned in both Colossians 1 verse 16 and Ephesians 1:21, alongside thrones, principalities, and powers. Pseudo-Dionysius the Areopagite ranks them powerfully as the fourth order of angels. In 2 Enoch, dominions prominently appear in the seventh heaven surrounding God's throne. Roles and responsibilities. Regulators of lower angels, they oversee the duties of the angels in the lower choirs, ensuring that divine missions are executed flawlessly. Channels of justice and mercy. Dominions convey God's judgments while balancing compassion, stepping in when injustice arises to restore harmony. Cosmic managers. They maintain the natural order, influencing the seasons, elements, and planetary movements. Spiritual symbolism. Dominions epitomize divine authority, discipline, and wisdom. They are often depicted wielding crowns and scepters, signifying their governance over spiritual law. Though they seldom manifest to humans, when they do, they exude an aura of perfect beauty and serenity. Mystical associations. In Kabbalistic traditions, dominions include esteemed angels such as Omael, Nithaya, and Haya, who guide spiritual insight and transformation. Archangel Zadkiel, associated with mercy and forgiveness, often emerges as a leading dominion. Ultimately, dominions act as the divine administrators of the cosmos, quietly powerful, rarely seen, yet indispensable to the spiritual machinery of the universe. They do more than enforce order. They embody the essential interplay between truth and love, guiding both angels and humans towards divine alignment. The virtues stand as the fifth choir in the traditional Christian angelic hierarchy, confidently positioned within the second sphere alongside dominions and powers. While they may not possess the dramatic flair of seraphim or cherubim, the virtues are profoundly respected as celestial agents of miracles, spiritual strength, and cosmic harmony. References to the virtues can be found in Ephesians 1:21 and Colossians 1:16, where they are grouped with thrones, dominions, and powers. Theologians such as Pseudo-Dionysius and Thomas Aquinas firmly place the virtues in the middle tier of the hierarchy, acknowledging their critical role in transmitting divine energy across physical and spiritual realms. Miracle workers, the virtues channel divine grace into the world, enabling healing, transformation, and extraordinary events. Cosmic balancers, they maintain natural order, influencing the seasons, elements, and cosmic harmony with unwavering precision. Spiritual motivators. The virtues inspire human beings with courage, wisdom, and compassion, especially during times of crisis or spiritual awakening. Often depicted as radiant, winged beings enveloped in glowing halos and robes of light, the virtues embody their name, virtue, which signifies strength, excellence, and moral power. They represent motion and illumination and are known as the Shining Ones, evoking the essence of ancient solar or elemental deities. In Kabbalistic angelology, the virtues include powerful angels such as Hahahel, Mikael, and Sealiah, guiding spiritual growth and divine alignment. They are frequently linked to Archangel Raphael, the healer, and Michael, the protector, depending on the tradition. In Orthodox mysticism, the virtues provide strength to the weary, uplift the humble, and empower souls to endure hardship with grace. Throughout art and literature, the virtues are depicted as majestic beings who intervene during moments of divine revelation or moral testing. In Dante's Divine Comedy, they play crucial roles in guarding heaven and upholding divine justice. In modern pop culture, they are portrayed as powerful guardians and elemental forces of light. The virtues are the quiet architects of divine intervention, less flashy than archangels, yet equally impactful. They serve as the essential bridge between divine will and earthly transformation, guiding both nature and spirit toward harmony. The powers represent the sixth choir in the traditional Christian angelic hierarchy, firmly situated within the second sphere alongside dominions and virtues. These celestial beings are esteemed as spiritual warriors, dedicated to defending the cosmos from evil and maintaining divine order. The powers are prominently mentioned in Colossians 1 verse 16, "For by him all things were created, whether thrones or dominions or principalities or powers." Theologians such as Pseudo-Dionysius and Thomas Aquinas have emphatically located the powers in the middle tier, emphasizing their indispensable role in spiritual defense and cosmic balance. In mystical texts like Sugin Enoch, the powers are depicted as surrounding God's throne in the seventh heaven, enforcing divine justice with authority. Guardians against evil. The powers actively restrain demonic forces and prevent the spread of spiritual corruption across all realms. Cosmic enforcers. They firmly uphold divine law, protect metaphysical boundaries, and ensure karmic cycles unfold as intended. Spiritual defenders. The powers shield souls from lower astral energies and adeptly guide humanity toward alignment with divine truth. The powers are often illustrated as radiant warriors wielding flaming swords or shields, embodiments of divine justice and strength. Their presence is a potent mix of fierce protection and serene balance, focusing on upholding order rather than punishment. Associated with fire and air, they often carry symbolic tools such as the Sword of Light and the Winged Shield. In Kabbalistic cosmology, the powers correspond to Gevura, strength, on the Tree of Life, diligently refining creation through divine severity. Some traditions link them to archangels Michael or Kamael, who lead spiritual battles and protect sacred thresholds. The powers are invoked in advanced spiritual practices for essential purposes, including psychic shielding, space purification, grid work, and planetary healing. The presence of the powers can be recognized through sensations of energetic shielding or warmth around the shoulders, vivid dreams of gates, battles, or radiant armor, and a profound sense of calm during spiritual adversity. The powers act as celestial sentinels of divine law, quietly fierce, eternally vigilant, and deeply symbolic. They don't merely combat evil, they fiercely preserve the architecture of spiritual harmony. Principalities. The principalities stand as the seventh choir in the revered Christian angelic hierarchy, firmly positioned within the third sphere that directly engages with humanity. These celestial beings are esteemed guardians of nations, cities, and institutions, skillfully shaping collective destinies and guiding spiritual governance. Mentioned in Colossians 1:16 and Ephesians 3 verse 10, principalities are integral to the divine framework through which God's wisdom is unveiled to the universe. In Jewish tradition, these beings are known as Seraphim, or princes, and are believed to oversee the fates of entire nations. Early Christian theologians, including Pseudo-Dionysius and Thomas Aquinas, identified principalities as holding a position above archangels, highlighting their critical role in divine administration. Guardians of nations and leaders, principalities guide rulers and institutions to align with the divine will. Spiritual overseers. They actively influence cultural values, laws, and the collective consciousness of society. Intercessors. Principalities are known to pray for humanity, maintaining moral order across civilizations. Often depicted as majestic beings adorned with crowns, scepters, or globes, symbols of authority and stewardship, principalities convey a sense of power and responsibility. In some traditions, they are associated with eagles, representing far-sighted vision, protection, and elevated perspective. Their energy infuses balance, wisdom, and purpose into both individuals and societies. In Kabbalistic lore, principalities play a pivotal role in guiding spiritual evolution and fostering societal harmony. Their presence in dreams or visions signals readiness for leadership, transformation, or a deeper spiritual awakening. Some traditions align them with the angelic number 333, which signifies divine guidance and cosmic alignment. Principalities serve as the celestial architects of civilization, not only protecting but also inspiring, governing, and elevating humanity. Archangels. The archangels are among the most esteemed and symbolically powerful beings in angelology, recognized across Christianity, Judaism, Islam, and even Zoroastrianism. Their history weaves a rich tapestry drawn from ancient myth, sacred scripture, and mystical tradition. The term archangel originates from the Greek word archangelos, meaning chief messenger. Within the Christian hierarchy, archangels rank just above regular angels and wield immense spiritual authority. The concept has evolved from Babylonian and Zoroastrian cosmology, where divine beings played essential roles in governing stars, fate, and moral order. While Michael and Gabriel are the only archangels named in the canonical Bible, additional figures emerge in apocryphal texts like 1 Enoch and 2 Esdras. Michael, who is like God, warrior, protector, Bible, Quran. Gabriel, God is my strength, messenger, revealer, Bible, Quran. Rapha, God heals, healer, guide, Book of Tobit. Uriel, light of God, wisdom, repentance. 2 Esdras. Enoch, Raguel, friend of God, justice, harmony. Enoch. Remiel, mercy of God, hope, resurrection. Enoch, Seraphim, command of God, guidance, discipline. Enoch. These 7 archangels, often referred to as the Watchers, are charged with overseeing humanity and upholding cosmic balance. Judaism. Archangels like Michael and Gabriel make significant appearances in the Book of Daniel and mystical texts, with Metatron recognized as a unique archangel and divine scribe. Christianity. Archangels serve as messengers and warriors. Michael leads God's armies in Revelation, while Gabriel announces the birth of Jesus. Islam. Archangels include Jibril, Gabriel, Michael, Michael, Israfil, and Azrael, each with essential roles in revelation, sustenance, and the collection of souls. Zoroastrianism. The Ameshaspentas embody virtues akin to those of archangels, representing truth, devotion, and immortality. In 1 Enoch, certain archangels are charged with punishing the Nephilim, the offspring of fallen angels and humans. Michael, Raphael, and Uriel take decisive action to restore divine order, marking one of the earliest and most significant spiritual battles in angelic lore. Archangels are intricately linked to planets, days of the week, and sacraments in mystical traditions. Michael, Sun, Sunday, Eucharist. Gabriel, Moon, Monday, Baptism. Raphael, Mercury, Tuesday, Reconciliation. They frequently appear in art, dreams, and rituals, often portrayed as radiant beings armed with swords, staffs, or trumpets, symbols of their divine authority and purpose. Regular angels, the final choir in the angelic hierarchy. Regular angels, often simply referred to as angels in Christian theology, represent the 9th and final choir in the traditional angelic hierarchy. Unlike the higher orders, such as seraphim and thrones, these angels are the closest to humanity and play a pivotal role in our everyday lives. Their rich history spans ancient scripture, mystical traditions, and centuries of cultural evolution. The word angel derives from the Greek angelos, meaning messenger. In the Hebrew Bible, the term malach, also meaning messenger, has been applied to both divine and human envoys. Angels are prominently featured throughout the Old and New Testaments, delivering crucial messages, providing protection, and intervening during pivotal moments, such as the angel who stops Abraham from sacrificing Isaac, Genesis 22. Angels who minister to Jesus after his temptation, Matthew 4, verse 11. The angel who frees Peter from prison, Acts 12, verse 7 to 10. Angels fulfill essential roles, including guardian angels assigned to individuals. They protect and guide us spiritually and emotionally. Messengers, delivering divine insights, warnings, and encouragement. Companions, offering comfort during times of grief, fear, or spiritual struggle. Intercessors, praying on behalf of humanity and helping align us with the divine will. Traditionally depicted as radiant humanoid beings with wings and halos, the portrayal of angels has evolved over time. In early Jewish texts, angels were often described as formless or fiery entities. By the Middle Ages, they took on more humanoid and gentle appearances, frequently depicted as youthful and serene. In modern culture, they are often envisioned as ethereal protectors and beings of light. In Islam, angels, malaika, are created from light and serve roles similar to those of Christian angels, such as recording deeds, guiding souls, and delivering revelations. In Zoroastrianism, beings like the Fravashi act as spiritual guardians, influencing later concepts of angels. In Judaism, angels are recognized as divine agents executing God's will, but they are not worshipped. Angels have been powerfully depicted in the works of legendary artists from Giotto to William Blake, symbolizing purity, divine intervention, and moral guidance. They appear in literature ranging from Dante's Divine Comedy to Milton's Paradise Lost, often portrayed as courageous warriors or wise guides. Modern representations, such as in It's a Wonderful Life, highlight their roles as personal protectors and moral anchors. Regular angels serve as the vital link between heaven and earth, not distant cosmic forces, but gentle companions who are there to support us. The angelic realm is a complex tapestry of mystery, hierarchy, and divine purpose, with each choir playing its unique role in the cosmic symphony. From the fiery seraphim to the gentle guardians closest to humanity, angels embody the profound balance between power and grace, justice and mercy, transcendence and intimacy. The angelic order, a sacred architecture. First sphere, seraphim, cherubim thrones immersed in the divine presence and cosmic law. Second sphere, dominions, virtues, powers, celestial governors, and miracle workers. Third sphere, principalities, archangels, angels, guides of nations, messengers, and personal protectors. Each type of angel reflects a facet of divine intention, creating a spiritual ecosystem that seamlessly bridges heaven and earth. Why angels matter? Angels remind us that we are never alone, even in silence. They symbolize the incredible potential for transformation, healing, and divine connection. Throughout cultures, they inspire art, myth, and mystery, from the cherubim of Eden to the archangels of Revelation. If you're interested, I'd be excited to explore how these remarkable beings resonate through folklore, cryptid lore, or indigenous cosmologies.